The Bengals drive about to get going. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And it's fielded at the 34. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Jones. Oh, he's got some breathing room. 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big run there by Jones. 41 yards on the ground. Now Jones. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. It's 2nd and goal. Back to the 8-yard line now.
Greystone, travel. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Throwing now is Rodgers. This is caught. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And that'll bring up 4th down as this Cincy defense stands up on 3rd. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
And the kick by Elliott is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. So it's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
Let's go.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13.
Let's get it. Hey, lock it.
Now Joe Mixon, and this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Check Mike 57, Mike 57. Blue 30. Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
Working from the gun. Rodgers got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection.
All day. Hey, alert 3. Roll right.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw is Rodgers. To throw again. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now a draw play. This is Jones. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 3rd and medium. They opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Mecole Hardman with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Elliott Good with a PAT. And that makes our score 17-0. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up 4th down.
Sets up 4th down.
The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. He'll try and throw for it here. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And goodness, that means this next drive is going to begin 1st and goal already at the 5-yard line. And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal. Second and goal from the 1.
Switch.
They'll try again with Jones. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
The ball down at the 1 as they come up after the penalty on another second and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. This Bengal defense, they passed the first 2 tests. Now it's third and goal. Here's Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. The kick by Elliott is good. And the lead now increases to 20-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Hey, let's get this. General West. 36. Check 3. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Hey, Sam off. Ready?
On second down, Williams. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
A loss of 2 brings up 3rd and 10.
Hey. You got to get moving, man. Man, moving. You got to get that. 40's Mike. I'm coming, baby. Woo!
Inside. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
Let's go.
He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That sack came from the corner. On the corner blitz, it was Josh Jackson. And, partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and long there at this stage in the game, but do you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. Right? There's no doubt about it. People wondered what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game He was going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And it ran his team into some real problems early, and they got upset in that playoff game. Let's see if this team can recover.
Well, that's aggressive in capital letters with glitter, 7 underscore. I mean, that's the definition of aggressive.
Yeah, you can almost hear the cheerleaders doing the be aggressive chant behind him, and he listened to it.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Now Rodgers. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Mecole Hardman, the intended target.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. The reigning defensive player of the week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
To their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Back to throw now on first down. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Push him back. Now.
2nd and 2. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Let's go. 30 base.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Again, it's Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Airs this out for Matthews. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Now, they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Go.
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
the 43-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Back, back.
Again, it's Mixon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 3rd down. They'll run here with Mixon. And he is going to lose yardage here. Losing 4 yards that time. And now it's 4th down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
Ready? 2, nice 42. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Hey, exit. Mike 42, Mike 42. Wild Bill. 40. Yep. 42 to Mike. Watch the screen. Mike's 42. Mike's 42. Ready.
They're going to try and throw. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. Mixon with a first down carry. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
60 Pittsburgh. 42 to Mike. Check.
2nd and 3. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he gets it down to the 32. That one a first down pickup of 8. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Mixon. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
57's Mike. Hey, Charlie. All that, baby, all that.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. Here's J.K. Scott now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Ross on the return. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Sponge! Look, squeeze! He's crashing. He's checking crash. He's dribbling.
They'll stay on the ground, mixing again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Hey, Orvin. Let's go. Hey. Go. All right. Here we go. Let's go. Go on. Hey, let's get there. He's checking. Crack. Look at me. Go on. All right.
Back to throw here. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Kenny Clark able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It's 4th down.
They'll look to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
I'm coming.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Elliott good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, Haywood. Hey, Mike's 42. I'm coming for you. You mine. Mike 40. Look at me. Zipper. Check. Mike 42. And I'm coming after you. Ready?
Now back to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 40. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
At the 41-yard line.
319. Watch the run. 319.
On first down, it's Jones. Jones breaking from the contact. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Logan. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards.
57, Mike, 57. Greystone, Travis. You.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And Adams has it complete. So not only do they convert on fourth, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't done.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
26.
And that's complete to Adams. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down? To throw is Rodgers. And this is incomplete. Right there on the coverage was the safety, Jesse Bates. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that, saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. On the run, it's Mixon. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
X3, 218, chop. Go. Hey, lock it. Kill. 25, check 25, check Topper.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether...
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Second and 5 at the 29-yard line.
Ready. 42. Yo. Yo! Watch out. General West!
Second and 5. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
It's fourth down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Complete to his tight end Sample. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. So no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Mixon. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9. Second and 9 now. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
At the 47-yard line.
Let's go, D.
And they will take a knee here.
Rodgers on the keeper. A loss of a yard brings up second and 11 at the Bengals 48-yard line.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Rodgers on the keeper. A loss of a yard on the play. And it's third down.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long. From midfield, here's Rodgers. He's got his man, that's Hardman. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
Pick up the ball. Bang, 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 bang. side. 57, Mike 57. Know your jump. Jump out. Hey, wahoo. 57.
Rodgers looking to throw. He finds his target. It's Matthews. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings.
Exactly.
There.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know some coaches preach that.